I'm here with Cobra. You guys, Mark, Venki, came by with the new SC400 dash cam. You've got a whole bunch of other products that you want to talk about and we want to learn about. But let's start with this one. What does Cobra have for us at CES this year?
So
here, I'll hold this,
and
you can talk.
Yeah. So the Cobra SC400 is our flagship product that represents a line that we're releasing this summer, and it's for a few reasons we think it's unique, and it hones in on some very key areas that we think add value to a driver. So we're all about safety and about smart safety, and what the Cobra SC400 brings to the driver is a live alert system that, in addition to all the features that you would expect from a dash cam, it provides that proactive alerts that are played over the speaker on the device. They're played through the display on the device, as well as the companion app that goes with the device. So we think that that's a great companion
What's the
experience.
alerting? Like what's that monitoring?
Yeah,
and what's that?
Yeah, a great question. So we, COBRA and Escort are two brands that are under one umbrella, under Cedar Electronics. We have a broad portfolio of products, and many of these connected products are capable of generating alerts along the lines of threats for drivers, so speed traps and such, or even user input information that notifies others that there is a traffic incident that they need to be aware of. That gets fed back to our system, our cloud, and that information is available. We get about 100 million alerts a year, and that information is something of value that we can provide contextually relevant, in a contextually relevant fashion to the driver.
Okay.
So if you're coming up on a red light camera, your camera as well as the companion app will tell you about it. So that is a dimension that we feel is very unique to our product, making it a truly smart product, safe product for the driver.
It's really not just a camera.
It's not just a camera.
Yeah,
exactly. You stole our tagline there. It's more than a camera.
Okay, that's close. So as far as specs go on the camera itself, what can this do?
So yes, this particular model is capable of, actually I'll speak to what we have across the product line first.
Sure.
We have Bluetooth and Wi-Fi connectivity on the device, as well as embedded GPS. So along with your video footage, you've got latitude, longitude information that enables full accountability, full context for when an incident should happen. It's got everything, all the documentation you need.
Right.
In addition, this particular model is voice enabled and Alexa voice enabled. So it's got built-in Alexa that allows all of Alexa voice services to be, it brings that to the driver. So think of the use case of someone pulling into their driveway and saying, hey Alexa, open the garage door, right? And that's enabled via that integration.
So what does that bring to the driver experience? You know, why put all this in a dash cam? You know, something that we generally think of as being a camera. You know, why does it need all that technology? What does that bring to the whole experience for the driver, for the end user?
That's a great question. So we're looking at a couple of different audiences that we're trying to provide this particular product for. One, think of it as we've got parents with teen drivers, and they're subject to probably the deepest level of driver distraction of anything. So we're trying to keep them where they're very alert, but we also want to be able to provide that parent with a notice that something just happened, or there's a driving behavioral incident that you need to pay attention to, so that you can later on coach your teen to do better and stay less distracted behind the wheel.
Right.
If you're a small business and you happen to have 2 or 3 or 4 vehicles out on the road, you're able to actually see what's happening with each particular vehicle from your own administrative view, and know if there's an incident or there's something there that you need to monitor, like they're driving too fast, or a number of things that you can help correct so that you don't end up with an accident or a higher insurance bill at the end of the month.
And I guess just wanted to highlight one of the basic functionality of a dash cam is about capturing video footage in a continuous fashion, and actually storing those clips permanently, the clips that are relevant to an incident, storing them in a permanent fashion. So the inbuilt G sensor detects when there's an incident, like a collision, or somebody trying to, there's an impact with your vehicle. When that event happens, you've got a permanent, a locked piece of footage that, because of the connectivity via your phone or via the hotspot in your car, gets backed up to the cloud. So that's an important piece as well. You asked about why we put some certain pieces of technology. That's an important aspect. Voice in particular is very relevant because we're all about not distracting the driver. There's technology, the technology should serve the driver, not the other way around. So for things like, if I want to take a photo or start or stop recording, I should be able to do it with the least friction possible. So that's where voice comes into play. You can speak to the product and it does, it does what you're asking it to do.
I think it's interesting, dash cams are becoming more and more prevalent all the time. How is that affecting the driver landscape, so to speak, in terms of safety, in terms of reduction of accidents, or being able to follow through when investigating accidents or investigating incidents? How are things changing as a result of this technology?
So initially, when you're going through an accident, you have the aftermath report done by the law enforcement officer. With the video recording, you can actually see what led up, what happened during to cause the accident, and what the aftermath was, and you have the full video contextual information. With this particular camera, you've got speed information, braking information, you've got the location that it occurred and the time. So all of those things being able to provide to your insurance claims adjuster says he's got a powerful tool to go in and settle your claim very quickly, which for the insurance company is good, and for you, you're able to tell your side of the story most effectively because you have video evidence. And we all know we're a very visual society, so what we see, and we see the data that backs it up, we can believe that more than a written report. It also can transport faster, so they're able to take this and settle that claim.
Now I know you said Cobra has a number of products at CES this year. What are some of the others that are coming out?
Yeah, so there's actually a whole, several sisters to this product. This particular model is a 4K, the highest resolution we have in the lineup, but we have a sibling that's actually a quad HD version, which is 1600p, a lot better than a full HD resolution that people are accustomed to. And this particular model, as well as the SC400 model, which is the other the sibling that I just talked about, are both modular designs, and that's what's unique about them. So
what does that mean?
If you hold that for a second, so if you see this part detaches, that's the in-cab camera, and that enables monitoring inside of the cab. It's got infrared sensors.
And if you flip that one around, Brian, you can see that the camera on the inside is looking at the driver.
So this is the component piece.
Yeah, and that's a separately sold accessory that a user can purchase if they feel the need to have accountability and recordings within the cab. A typical use case would be a taxi cab driver, a Lyft or Uber driver that could buy that module, and then they get two views.
So this would be the basic unit.
Correct.
Got it.
Yeah.
And are there other modules?
Yeah, and this other module is something that typically you would put at the rear of your vehicle, on the rear windshield, or in a blind spot, so you get that additional monitoring in a separate channel.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
So how much does the basic unit cost?
Yeah, so this model is $249.95 when it retails later this summer, and the accessories are $79.95 a piece. We will also be selling a kit that has both of these, the front and rear camera, for $299.95, which we think is amazing value at that price point.
If drivers want to learn more about this, if people want to learn more about this, where can they go to find out more information?
Cobra.com.
Cobra.com. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward.
Yeah, that's right.
Also, probably one of the cooler URLs out there. When is this going to be available?
this summer.
This summer, so
yeah.
it's imminent.
That's right.
Just in time for dads and grads in the summer drive.
Oh, right.
Right.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for coming by. Thank you for bringing this and
Yeah.
showing it off. This is, it's pretty cool tech. It's taking the dash cam just a little bit further and introducing elements, I think, that are really designed to improve safety, really designed to improve the driver experience, and then, like you say, after action reports, things like that. But mostly, I think what excites me is that the as you described it, frictionless interface with it. You know, keep your
Right.
hands on the wheel, interact with the camera without distractions in a way that I think the best accidents are the ones you avoid. You know,
Right.
so
Drive alert, drive smart, drive safe.
Yeah.
exactly. Well, stick around. We're going to have more coverage for you from CES 2020. I'm Brian Stillman with BeTerrific. We'll be back.